and welcome to this episode of Cooking with MFRD. It's the start of a new year, so we're going to start out with a healthy recipe for you this year, and we've got somebody famous in the kitchen with us today. Smo!
Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for having me.
You are so welcome.
Really excited about teaching you how to cook some healthy food.
I'm excited about it too. So we're going to be making some Smolicious Quick Chick.
That's right.
Awesome. You're going to need to grab the following ingredients. 3 cups of chicken, shredded, 3 cups of chopped broccoli, 1 cup fat-free sour cream, 1 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt, 1 cup of corn flakes, 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, and you're also going to need Bragg's salt-free spices and optional sodium-free chicken bouillon. Okay, so we've got the oven preheated to 350 degrees. Let's jump right in.
So this was one of my favorite dishes that my mom cooked, and I watched her do this so many times. But as you can see right here, her version was a higher calorie than what we have.
Right.
We're going from a 4,300 and some odd calorie dish down to a 1,400 calorie dish. So this is the Smolicious version, as we like to call it. A little bit healthy. So let me explain this to you. We've got some, I'll go through the whole thing here. We got some broccoli flowerets and some cutlets from some fine organic broccoli that was grown right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Ah, okay.
We've got some fat-free sour cream and some fat-free plain yogurt. You want to make sure you get the plain yogurt.
Right.
You don't want to jump into this with a vanilla or a caramel. It's not going to work out.
Yeah, I'm
long
thinking that
run.
Flavor profile sounds kind of bad.
It doesn't work good. And then we have a tablespoon of butter, a tablespoon of some very fine coconut oil, and then this is what we like to use to season. It's a premium Bragg's seasoning. Anything of Bragg's, I would suggest looking into this product. It's a very healthy option when it comes to seasoning your food. And then we're going to top the whole thing off. Where my mom used to like to use a sleeve of Ritz crackers, we're going to use some just plain corn flakes that does the same job for like basically a fraction of the calorie.
Okay.
So with all of these ingredients, it's a very simple recipe. What you want to do is just kind of start off with your sour cream. Just drop that in there.
All right, and we have about 3 boneless, skinless, shredded chicken breasts in here.
Yes, that is pre-cooked. I'm sorry I left that one out.
No, I tell you, you're good.
The important ingredient of this, of course, is the 3 boneless chicken breasts that we boiled.
Right.
At what time? What was the length there?
Let's say about 20 minutes, but we did check it to make sure there was no pink inside.
At least 20 minutes to make sure that your chicken is nice and thoroughly cooked and safe to eat. You know what I'm saying? We had to.
No premature chicken.
No. So we're going to add both of the yogurt, the sour cream. Go ahead and get that in there. And you could go ahead and start mixing this up, but I think to help the flow of things, I'm going to go ahead and put the melted tablespoon of butter and tablespoon of coconut oil, which we've kind of already pre-melted. Kind of mix that up a little bit and
Right, and I actually really like cooking with coconut oil. I find that, a lot of people are kind of scared of it because they feel like their food's going to take on that flavor, but I even do my scrambled eggs in it and just different things, and it really doesn't make a big difference. I mean,
it just depends on overall what you're looking for. If you're looking for the health aspect, I would definitely suggest an alternative to just, your regular butters and oils, coconut oil.
Sure.
I love coconut oil. I love grapeseed oil. You ever tried that?
No, I have not used that.
Yeah, it's a little bougie, but you know what I'm saying? I like to go that route sometimes.
So that means more expensive for our viewers and more fancy if you don't know what that
my
means.
bad. Yeah, we're going to define bougie for you right now. We're not going to get into it, but yeah, that's a bougie decision. Tablespoon of this Bragg's seasoning is a good amount, you know.
And we were talking about it earlier. I haven't used this particular seasoning, but Bragg's Aminos is really good for a substitute for soy sauce. I use it a lot on broccoli, steamed broccoli, and things like that when I'm trying to be a little healthier.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to, you know, to at least give it an effort. And what we would, you know, you have an option here because what we're trying to replace is a can of cream of chicken soup.
Sure.
Okay, that's the reason for the fat-free sour cream and the yogurt and the Bragg seasoning. Now, what you also could do is you could add a chicken bouillon to this to really like bring the flavor out. What we're gonna do instead of and you would add a tablespoon of chicken bouillon as well. What we're gonna do instead is we're gonna do 2 doses of the Braggs because we have such a delicious, flavorful chicken to begin with. It doesn't need a whole lot of enhancement.
And that seasoning kind of smells like if you were to have opened a can of cream of chicken.
It is really robust. You know what it kind of smells like? Movie popcorn.
I don't know if I'd want that on my popcorn though.
But it has a kind of a cinematic
maybe a little bit
smell to it.
Maybe because we were thinking about the movies earlier. Maybe
that's what it was. That's what it was. So aside from great movie reviews, we've got a great mix going here, a base for this dish. The only thing that we have to add in now that will help take up the rest of kind of like the soppiness here is going to be those broccoli flowerets.
Now, in the original recipe, there wasn't broccoli. Is this just kind of to make it like a little more, to make you feel like you've got more in the recipe?
Yeah. I mean, well, you know, like I said, this version of this recipe is to promote a healthier version of my mother's recipe.
Sure.
Now, I can guarantee you there was nothing green in my mother's Quick Chick. Nothing, not one vegetable at all, which, you know, isn't a bad thing, but for what, you know, after what I had experienced with having open heart surgery and needing to change lifestyle and to really hone in on the decisions that I make on what I eat and how much I eat.
Sure.
You know, like I don't want to lose being able to enjoy dishes that I grew up on. But, you know, I'm a creative person.
Sure.
From time to time. I've been known to make a thing
Imagine
or two.
that.
And, you know, for me and I really enjoy cooking. It's very therapeutic for me. Anybody that knows me will tell you that I cook all the time. At my house, I'm the one that does all the cooking, and I'm very experimental. And it's really, the experiment is to try to find the absolute healthiest way to enjoy everything that I want to eat.
Sure.
From hot dogs, hamburgers, to pizza, all the way down to ice cream. So
oh, wow.
My goal is to find the healthy option.
Right. You don't want to stop eating altogether. You just want to make it a little bit healthier.
And I don't want to stop eating the good stuff.
No, that's true. And so through this process of kind of adapting some of your favorite not so healthy recipes, you've lost how much weight?
Roughly a little over 100 pounds.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, and it's, you know, just weight loss is one thing, but just the way that I feel now when I eat and smaller amounts of food and knowing that, I mean, I remember what eating was like for me, and I was like an abusive eater. It was like an addiction.
Sure,
you know?
it is.
And I still have that addiction of enjoying food and craving certain foods. So I don't want to, you know, that's part of my life is enjoying those things. So, you know, and to keep from having to cut that out of my life, you just find the healthy option.
Right.
You know, so my mom, whenever I shared this recipe with her, she didn't like it. She was not happy at all that I had put broccoli in her Quick Chick.
Bless her heart.
Yeah, so she doesn't really approve this, but she understands why. She definitely approves my new lifestyle. And
I'm sure.
So, but she doesn't like me toying with her recipes. Sorry, Mom, you're going to have to get over it.
Well, that's why you renamed it Smolicious Quick Chick instead of Mama's Quick Chick.
Yeah, everything that I make that's the healthy version of Mama's food is going to be the Smolicious version.
Okay.
So there's really no need to pre-spray your pan.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to be pretty. But
you've got the oil and you've got the butter in the mix.
It has the oil, it has the butter.
Okay.
What I like to do sometimes, though, is to give a little pre-bed of the cornflakes because I mean, when I eat my pie, I like my crust on the bottom.
Yes, the crust is the best part. I mean, let's be honest.
Let's be real. So, you know, just maybe put down a handful, you know, just on the bottom. And it'll also help, you know, create a little separation layer.
Sure.
Whenever you're cutting it and you're scooping it out, you know, it'll all compress down. And it'll give you, you know, a layer on the bottom to help you lift your portion out.
Very good tip.
So we'll just go ahead and dump this out.
Okay.
I like to try to
move around.
Try to dump it in the middle as best you can because it's gonna push out to the edges. Man, that smells really good.
It does smell good.
I'm not gonna lie. This is, you know, and a lot of times when cooking with broccoli,
yeah,
you know, the
it can
smell,
get, yeah.
And I love broccoli. You know, I
do too.
absolutely love the flavor and everything, the nutrition that you get from broccoli. But sometimes when cooking with broccoli, it has kind of a funky little smell to it. But you know what? That Bragg's
kind of takes a little bit of that away.
Has taken it away quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, sometimes we'll heat up food at the office, and we have a very small little break area, and people will be saying, "What in the world did you cook today?"
Broccoli.
Well, it was broccoli. Sometimes
Broccoli.
cabbage, sometimes broccoli.
yeah, sometimes. But
Yeah.
so you know what we have. What we have now is, you know, kind of our finished dish here that we can go ahead and top off. And I want to see your technique when it comes to topping this dish here.
I think you're going to be so impressed when you see this. I
Because-
mean, I'm a champion cornflake tosser.
I just want
See, I was going back for it.
You got to stay inside the lines.
You didn't give
now.
me time.
Let me be the coach here. I want to guide you.
Well, I mean, I'm not a bougie
Bougie.
cornflake spreader, but it'll do. Oh, look,
You're
I got a
doing
little
good.
bit more out.
It's okay. You're actually doing way better than what I do. See, that's the reason why I let you do it is because had I been the cornflake spreader, this whole table would be covered.
But you know what? That's half the fun of these recipes is making a big old mess, especially if you've got somebody else that'll clean it up.
Or if, like me at home, you have a dog that just stands under your feet waiting on every crumb to hit the floor.
Oh, I can imagine.
My dog loves cornflakes.
Okay.
So there. Now we have.
We won't use those.
Now this is, like I said, this is to take the place of like the whole sleeve of Ritz crackers. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta tell you though, I mean, I'm a little bit skeptical about
Cornflakes?
I mean, I trust you, but I'm a little bit skeptical because I do love some Ritz crackers.
I do too. Now I'm a Ritz cracker junkie, but if you turn around that box and if you look at sodium, you know what I'm saying, which is a huge problem that people overlook every day just by not reading what they're eating. Sodium is a huge issue. And then just, you know, calories in general, a sleeve of crackers, I don't even want to say because I love Ritz and I don't want to throw them under the bus. But like if you do the comparison to just a plain cornflake, a cup of cornflakes versus a sleeve of Ritz crackers, I mean, I don't have to tell you the difference. It's right there. So what you want to do is, you know, and I'm just going to go ahead and hit this a little bit with a little sprinkle on top because I am really turned on by the smell of this. And it
it does smell good.
It really just, it smells so good. So we'll put this in the oven.
Okay.
We'll say everything is already cooked.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So the oven is really to just kind of to bring it together and let it culminate and then to kind of toast these cornflakes on top. So if we're going 350, let's say, 15 minutes?
Okay, so let's get this bad boy in the oven.
All right.
350, we're going to try it for 15 minutes, we said, and
we'll
check on it afterward.
Well, I've actually got a little surprise for you. I snuck in here earlier this morning and already whipped up one of these.
Ah.
Yeah, so I've got one ready, if you don't mind.
There you go.
Go ahead and slide this joker out. And
I don't mind at all.
You can see what the finished product looks like right now.
Oh, that looks really good.
Here we go.
So proper with your oven mitts.
Well, you have to be careful. I don't want to burn myself. I heard that you have a tendency to burn celebrities on set, so I had to be extra careful.
I don't have any clue what you're talking about, Smo. No clue at all.
So here's your finished product. As you can see, The Frosted Flakes, you know, or not Frosted Flakes, the Corn Flakes.
Yeah, frosted would make it a little less healthy.
As you can see, the Corn Flakes
Yes,
have gotten nice and toasted. You can look down here, down the side, you can see that everything is cooked together real well, all the way down. It's nice and juicy, you know, which you want that.
Right. Well, you can quit teasing me about it now. Let's just try it.
All right, let me get you a nice heaping helping.
It's not every day I get served by a celebrity.
Well, served by a celebrity, cooking with a celebrity.
Right.
Well, I'd say that we're pretty good friends. So
We
you're
are.
friends with a celebrity.
We are, and I know you're a good performer. I really like your music. Now let's see if I like your cooking.
Who is the celebrity that we're talking about? Are you talking about me? My bad.
You thought we were talking about me.
I thought we
My
were talking
bad.
about you. I mean, let's see what we think here. Make sure you get a cornflake
Oh,
in there for the crunch.
I'm gonna get a cornflake. Look, I'm not very good at getting my food on the fork.
I like studying the way you eat.
It's so bougie.
Oh, it's not bougie. It's very caveman-like, the way you trough around your plate like that.
Just let me try it, Smo.
All right. 32 chews. In order to really taste the flavor.
That is really good. Like, I would
Don't
not
lie to me.
say this is a healthy recipe. I would say this is something that,
I can't eat?
no. I mean, you would think that you can't eat it, but I could eat this whole plate and feel pretty good about it.
Yo, there's that Bragg's.
Yeah, you can really tell. I don't miss the, I really don't even miss the Ritz crackers
Right.
or
Because
the soup.
here's the thing. If they're not there, you never knew they were. Okay? So if I start you out with the dish like this, you're never going to have to feel like you missed the Ritz crackers.
Sure,
Because I'm never
absolutely.
going to put it in there.
Absolutely.
And you can thank me for that.
I can definitely thank you for that. And, you know, this isn't our first time collaborating. We did do the lip sync challenge video that you helped us with.
We did. This isn't our first Smodio.
Smodio. I see what you did there. Our lip sync challenge video got pretty good traction on both of our Facebook pages and your website and everywhere else that it ended up. We really appreciated you doing that for us. Tell us about why you did that for us. Tell our viewers why you did it. We know why you
Well,
did.
I mean, first of all, it was a blessing to be a part of that. You know, just to be able to come out and work with the local fire department and police department here in Murfreesboro, like, and then the people that I knew that were involved, that were a part of the, you know, the public service, and just the way that the whole shoot went and how friendly it was and how much fun it was. Like getting to see you guys like on the clock, but kind of off the clock.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, like, everybody has an idea of what, especially like when it comes to police nowadays, they have this some sort of pigeonhole idea that they're just not cool. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. They're not approachable.
Popo ain't cool. They're not approachable. Not true at all. I mean, these dudes are like, these are my homies now. So legit great people. I mean, and they're out here serving you. So like for us to even feel a certain way about them other than just completely respectful and thankful and just the gratitude that we should have for them. Like that's the way that we need to treat our servicemen and women out here because they're out here working for us. And I see that now and I know that and I know how great these people are. And it was just a blessing to be able to do this with them and to share the song and know that that song actually applies to their day to day. Like
It was perfect. I mean,
they're
perfect.
working because like while we're shooting the video, they're getting calls, they're having to drop and go. Like they don't stop. So just know that you have, you know, a community, a great community and a lot of good people out here that are working for you.
Well, thank you very much for your work on that project with us and absolutely for this new recipe that I'm going to put in my recipe book now, Smolicious Quick Chick.
That's right.
And we hope to see you back with us on the show sometime.
Oh, you bet. I'll be
Awesome.
back.
If you would like this recipe from today's show, visit www.murfreesborotn.gov/cookingwithmfrd. Also, be sure to check us out on social media on the city's YouTube channel as well as Facebook. Thanks for watching.